In this Explore and Connect, we're going to investigate how this inducing of a voltage comes about from this changing magnetic field. We're going to be looking at this Faraday's law simulation. So in this simulation, this is what we're going to use. As it opens up, you can see we have the ability to show a voltmeter. That's going to show this voltage, if it's going to be a positive voltage or a negative voltage. And we can also see this magnetic field lines. And we can also have 2 coils, 4 coils. We can have just one set of coils here where there's 4 turns, 1, 2, 3, 4 turns on that coil. We can rotate that magnet. And as I move this magnet, I can take the magnet and put it into this magnet. I can put it into this coil. I can cut off the volume here so that way I can move this around and not be interrupted by the sound. But as I have this magnet away from the coil, there's no field lines going through it. 0 field lines. And now there are. Now there's field lines going through it. So there's a change in that magnetic field. A change in the magnetic field created a voltage. Right now there's no voltage. The magnetic field's not changing. I can change it by moving it out. Now there's no magnetic field lines because it was changing. And you can hear the change with this sound. If I have more magnetic field lines in there, well, it doesn't mean anything. It needs to change. I need to move these. I need to move this magnetic field and change it in order to have this voltage get made. And so that's what I want you to do. So in this document, you have the north end of your magnet going into the coil. So getting your north end of your magnet going into the 2 end of your coil. So I want you to actually take the north end and insert it into the coil. And then take the south end and insert that into the coil. So you're going to see what's happening, and then take the south end. So you got to flip it, and then take the south end, insert that into the coil, see what happens. And then take the north end into the 4 turns. Take the south end into the 4 turns. And then I want you to take the magnet and place this magnet inside this 4 turn and have it rotate. The way you have it rotate is you press this turning key down here, and you can see what's happening. And what you're seeing is that magnetic field change a lot with a big change, because right now we have all this magnetic field pointing to the left, to the left, to the left, inside that coil pointing to the left. And if I flip it, now it's going to the right. So that's a big change. So they had all to the left and then all to the right. So that's a lot bigger than the change going from here where this is all pointing to the right. Now there's nothing. So there's a bigger change in that. And so that's what I want you to see there. Getting down to this part, this graph of Faraday's law. So I have a video here showing you go slow, go fast, and I want you to give me an answer here. And what I want you in your answer is talking about a graphical relationship. So we are going to be dealing with this EMF over time, and you're going to take this magnet and you're going to move it. You're going to move this magnet. And so you have to click on the line part. You can't just click on the magnet. That just highlights it. So you got to click on the line part in order to drag it. And that's how you're going to be able to drag it. And nothing's going to happen until you click play. As you click play, you're going to see this graph up here. Now you're going to get an actual graph of the EMF. That's the voltage over time. And depending on how you move this, you're going to get a different voltage. So I want you to actually move this, and then you're going to see a voltage happen over time. And so I show you what I mean by going slow. I show you what I mean by going slow, then fast. And I want you to get a relationship there. Try to describe the relationship between how that change in that magnetic field can cause this voltage. I want you to try to see about how a big change creates a big change in the magnetic field creates a big voltage, and a small change in the magnetic field creates a small voltage. So I want you to try to start to see that as our relationship. So check to make sure you got all these boxes filled, and then you're good.